Feeling like a shark in a shrimp tank. Big fish, small pond in the shrimp tank.
Hello and welcome to the post-show wrap-up of the Seattle Shrimp Tank. I'm Dan Whedon. I'm with my co-host, JB Wilson. We had an incredible, and I mean incredible, show today. You've got to listen to the whole thing. We had Sue Sanford and Lynn Fulks from Upstart Group. They are a fractional CMO. You're going to learn a little bit more about that here in a minute. A fractional CMO company based out of Seattle and San Diego. We asked them some great questions that you need to know about, especially to finish out 2020 and launch into 2021. You can listen to the whole podcast on Facebook. You can also subscribe to iHeart, iTunes, Google Podcasts, Spotify. We're ubiquitous. Come find us anywhere. You'll get a chance to hear the whole thing, and you'll be glad that you did. So Sue and Lynn, we had a great conversation, but I think at least here we have to revisit what it is that you actually do. What is a fractional CMO, and what is it that you do for folks?
So we come into companies as a part-time, if you will, only a fraction of our hours each week, chief marketing officer. We sit on the C-suite or the executive leadership team. We support the CEO with marketing strategy. We train any junior people that they have in the company, which we did not talk about, as well as set up their entire marketing engine to support sales. So just acting as if we were a full-time employee for the company, but only for a few hours a week.
Sue and Lynn, one of the things that we talked about throughout our podcast, I would echo Dan, it was a fantastic conversation, is not only what you do, but when. So at which point of a CEO or business owner's point in their business, should they hire you? Should they hire to do what you do?
I'd love to answer that. It's a great question, because a lot of times CEOs are hitting the point where they can't grow. They might have hit a plateau. They've got issues with sales. They've got issues with leads. These are the things where they might usually reach out to us. But oftentimes what we see is it's at a transition point for that company. And this is a great time to bring in not only fractional marketing executives, but potentially fractional sales executives. We oftentimes will bring in our counterparts in that mode, because at this point, the CEO has been trying to do everything probably for too long, and they can't grow the company if they're trying to also be the CMO and the CFO and this, so on. So I think that's one of the markers is, are you ready to grow, or are you addressing some problems that are just beyond what got you to where you were? May not be what's going to get you to the next level. And I know that sounds trite, but it's real in the work that we do. So I think those are the things that are markers for us, and usually at the points where we see, CEOs coming to us and needing some help.
Fantastic.
So I want both of you to answer this one. I was doing a little research, obviously, before the show, looking at your website, and I really like your website. And one of the things that caught my attention most was your vision and mission statement, and what it is that you bring, not only as a value, but why you do it. Can you both share just a few minutes on what it is about that vision and mission statement that makes Upstart Group so successful?
We and our entire team, we really, truly care about our CEOs and business owners and their businesses, such that they can take care of their employees and their employees' families. If you read our values, they are true to us, and we're very sincere about that.
Sue, what about you?
Well, I would tag on what Lynn said in terms of when we started the company 10 years ago. We spent a lot of time thinking about this and figuring out what is it that we wanted to do and why. We came out of the enterprise space. How do we want to leverage that experience? And I think that choosing the markets we're in, where we're working with small to mid-sized companies, it's because it matters. and we can come in and make a difference in a way that is meaningful to the business owner. And as Lynn said, we really care, and we want to do good work, and we want to add value. We know we can do that, but we also want to see them reach success, because that's why we're in business. That's the fun. It matters.
Well, this is, of course, just a snippet of what you can gather for the whole podcast with Sue Sanford and Lynn Fulks with Upstart Group. For our listeners and viewers, how can they get in touch with you or find out more information about Upstart Group?
Our website is upstartgroup.com. It's got a lot of great information, blog posts, extra info for you there, as well as links to all our social sites, upstartgroup.com.
JB, I thought you were going to say it was just a fraction,
Just
just a fraction of what you would get from the podcast. So listen, everybody, thank you very much. It's easy to find us. Again, we are on iHeartRadio. We are on Google Podcasts. We're on Spotify, iTunes. Go to our website, www.shrimptankpodcast.com/Seattle. You can get all of our episodes going back almost 4 years. We're coming up to our anniversary. So listen, we're going to be back in 2 weeks. Our guest is going to be Vanessa Smith with Blue Ribbon Cooking. That's August 19th, 2 weeks. Or is that right? August 19th, 2 weeks from today. She's going to be our guest. We are looking forward to having her then, because for right now, the hay is in the barn.
I've been feeling like a shark in a shrimp tank. Big fish, small pond.